You know what happened when the Cascade dried up. The plant and bug people of our world took to the Great Salt Sea, kicking off half a century of pirate tides. They might say they're searching for the salmon to grant them a wish that will benefit everyone, but really, they're looking for adventure, forgiveness, anything better than the landlocked life that they were destined for. There are many stories caught on the wind between sails, so why don't we hear a different one? This is Join the Party Campaign 3, Legends Across the Tide!
Woo!
Ahoy, green folk! I'm Eric Silver, the saltiest DM on the sea, and we're doing some one-shots with some new friends telling some stories from across Verda Stello. First, we have our newest member of the Multitude family, who likes games almost as much as I do, but likes horror movies a lot more than that. It's Jenna Stoeber!
It's me! Hello! Hi, everybody. It's me, Jenna. Hi, this is my voice.
Jenna, we're so happy to have you here. I'm actually so ready to play a tabletop RPG with you. I can't believe we haven't done it yet.
I'm pretty hyped.
I'm so excited. And now we have someone else who you might not have heard on our various podcasts, but we're so happy to have here. It's Danielle Radford.
Hi, hello. I am so excited. It is 10-something in the morning in LA, and I am getting to wake up and sling dice is like my favorite thing in the world. So thank you for allowing me to come on here and talk my shit.
Good. Yeah, I think you're really stepping on Brandon's steez, and I really like this. Yeah, you make him feel threatened. No, make him feel threatened. Keep him on his toes.
Well, I also took my vitamin D today, so that makes me extra Seattle. Take your vitamin D, Seattle.
Get your sad lamps out.
Get your sad lamps out. You don't have enough vitamin D in your body, I promise you. Doctors tell me that as soon as I come back to LA.
Incredible.
That's true.
Well, we have someone who makes themselves happy by making self-destructive choices in their Dungeons and Dragons campaign. It's Julia Schifini.
Were you my therapist? Shut up.
A little bit. Only a little bit. Just like a little bit. Incredible.
Therapy master.
Yeah.
Yeah, the TM, the therapy master.
Yeah.
I'm a TM, and it works I work for all systems. I work for all copays. It works.
That's cool. That's great.
Incredible. Well, this is wonderful. Since we're doing a one-shot, we are all going to be doing new characters that I'm very excited to talk about. Let's go around and everyone tell us your character's name, what type of plant or bug person they are, and maybe a little bit more about them, like class, subclass, how they fit into the ship. Let's start with you, Jenna.
Well, if it isn't you all so-and-sos, it's me, Dani DeLeon.
Yes.
Dani DeLeon, they are a dandelion person, getting a little on in their years. They're whip thin, and they have a massive crown of very white hair / I guess it's not hair, I guess it's flowers. Wait, I looked up the word. Pappus. They've got a crown of fluffy white pappus. That indicates that they are getting a little long in the tooth. That's a dandelion pun, if anyone knows.
I like it.
Thank you. They've got a mean mug. They've got a real dour expression on their thin, long face because they spent a lot of their working years as a private eye doing occult detective work in the city of Overstock. But once they get that sun on their face and they crack a smile, you can see that they're really just, despite the hardened, hard-boiled egg exterior, they're really just, a retiree. they're on this boat as a retiree. They're just trying to get out and see a little bit of the world before their last pappus detaches from their head and floats away.
That's so cute.
Are they getting too old for this shift?
They would never say that. They're too chill. They probably said that a lot before they retired, but now they're retired, they're just like,
Danielle, I would say they're exactly this old for this ship.
Ooh.
Hey.
Yeah. Also, Jenna, whenever you want, feel free to, you can just like darkly monologue while smoking a cigarette. You feel free to do that.
Please.
Yeah, that's the thing is like when Dani is not like actively doing navigation or negotiation for the ship, you can see them just like on the edge smoking a really long cigar, being just like really staring out at the sea as though reliving a past life. But then when you talk to them, they're like, hey, beer? 10 a.m. beer?
Beer.
Correct.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Somewhere on the sea, it's 5 o'clock. Incredible. God, I'm so excited about this.
All right.
Yeah, and also let us know about your class. What class are you playing?
I'm an investigator. This is a Verda class. It's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. They were a private eye, and so they have a bunch of skills, magic basically around doing detective work. So they can like detect magic and clues, and they've got communication spells and stuff like that. They've got a fun one called nondescript where they just are very hard to see.
Same.
You just kind of don't engage with them. They also have some weird occult trinkets. This is a part of this class where I have like these tools that I can use that basically one of them gives me Misty Step, one of them gives me invisibility, and one of them gives me knock, and I can just use those once a day basically.
Hell yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, not that we're going to get into anything super dire.
No, of course
Who
not.
knows?
No.
Yeah. Oh, you mean Verda's Spire of Secrets from Mage Hand Press?
Yes. An excellent supplement that I really enjoyed looking through.
I just came in the mail, so now I have to show it on the video. But yes, as everything in Join the Party Campaign 3, we are using Verda's Spire of Secrets as an option for classes. So happy that, Jenna, you loved it so much. And if you don't have it, go pick it up. Because it would make Mage Hand Mike, who runs Mage Hand Press, it would make him and his dogs very, very happy.
You got to make those dogs happy.
Got him. Happy.
God.
All right, Danielle, tell us about your character, please.
My character is named Sleeves. As far as her, like where she works on the boat, Sleeves is a grappler. Sleeves is part oleander, mostly black lily, a little part oleander. So she's got like some obviously like green down her stalk, but then some mixture of like some grays and some blacks and some whites. She is ripped. She's basically a wrestler. I'm not gonna hide. I'm not gonna gild the lily. She's a wrestler. We all know who I am. And so basically, if you could imagine like a cross between like a Bianca Belair and a Rhea Ripley and like a China, just like big, ripped, but also she's a bard. So if she can get out of fighting with talking, she will. But if not, you are going to get super body slammed. Grappler, I've got all of the good grappling stuff. Obviously, I can give bardic inspiration and jack of all trades, and like any other bard, I will probably not bother to learn my spells.
Yeah.
Because that's what a bard does.
First of all, Danielle, I notoriously do not
Hates
like
bards.
bards. It's my least favorite class. However, if you're gonna be a wrestler, you got to be a bard, and it's the only way that I'll accept a bard.
It's the only one that
It's the
makes
only one.
sense. But it's still like a fighting bard. But
Yeah.
also, as a player, I do all the bard stuff that you hate. I am so sorry. I'm gonna talk myself out of airy fight.
Let's see what happens. I'm super into the Valor Bard here, which is your subclass, which means that you can
Yes.
use bardic inspiration for attacks as well, which is tight. And also at level 5, you'll use D8s for Jenna and Julia. Just remember that.
That's cool.
Oh, D8s. Yeah, I'm very excited. Bardic inspiration is my favorite part
I love it
of
too.
being a bard. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, I love going on the charm offensive, but also being like, you got this, here's why, and like justifying how I give someone inspiration is like, oh, that's who I want to be in my real life.
Yeah.
We'll see how it shakes out. I think that you have such absolutely wild persuasion. I think it's like +8. So we'll just see. We'll see what happens.
It's real dumb.
We'll see what happens. We'll see.
Where is Sleeves from?
I looked through a lot of the lore. I wasn't really able to pick one of like the 4 nations where everyone is from. So my idea is that Sleeves is an orphan who doesn't know where she's from.
Aww. There's also a great background which is unmoored, which means they don't come from any of the particular countries. Maybe they were born on the sea. So
Yeah.
I think that would work great for Sleeves.
That's what we have, and that's why she's such a good grappler.
Yeah.
With that, Sleeves can also use Dex for grapples,
Oh, hell.
That.
which is going to be great. Which is going to be
Limber.
wonderful. Just I really need to have some Lucha Libre style grapples and swirling around. I need that. I really need it.
Look, as someone who used to often go to the Lucha Underground Temple to go watch them some fights,
Correct.
I am coming off the top rope of something.
Truly, please.
Jenna, we might have to tag team on this.
Heck yeah. I'm
There's
into
so
it.
many ropes on this boat.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I'm
We'll see.
coming off some ropes.
We'll make it
Incredible.
happen.
And Julia, let me know about your character. Tell me.
I'm playing Sir Indunia Frostridge, also known as Dune. She is a former knight of the Crag's Kingdom, did end up leaving disgracefully because of some gambling debts, but really is like here to have a good time, is on the open sea. Her royal family did immediately get murdered after she left, and so she's not feeling great about that, doesn't really have a place to go. So pirating seemed like a really good option for her, and she has been working on, since leaving, her magic, and she is actually a war mage in the House of Cards, which means she's both a gambler and she is a magician in a lot of ways. So she is very high in her intelligence and her constitution and her charisma and her strength, and then wisdom and dexterity. Not great. Oops. Uh-oh.
This is another class from Valda's, and basically all you need to know, wizard who really loves cantrips.
Just cantrips, baby.
Just cantrips, baby.
You don't have to worry about
Cantrips.
spell slots if everything's a cantrip.
It's true.
That's
I like
true.
that.
Oops, all cantrips. Absolutely.
Cantrips.
Yeah.
I love an oops all cantrips.
Well, what type of plant person do we got?
So Sir Dune is actually a winter berry bush, which a lot of her body is just kind of covered in very bark-like material for her skin and whatnot. And typically you would see a winterberry bush and it would be covered in leaves in a more tropic environment. But because Sir Indunia Frostridge was raised in the highest peaks of the crags, she has never actually grown her leaves in. So it's just this kind of bark-like material, and she's also covered in these bright red little berries that kind of are scattered across her body.
Do they look both delicious and super poisonous?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I would love to learn a little bit more about your characters because we're gonna do something that I'm calling Bonded by the Sea, where I have a table here that I would love for all of you to roll on. Each player is going to roll a d10, and you're going to answer a prompt, and then you're going to throw the second half of the prompt to a different player so that you guys have a lovely little triangle here. But I will walk you all through this. Julia, I've made you roll on tables before. Why don't you go first?
You got it, bro. I rolled a 5.
That's a 5.
Give me that 5.
First, what is Sir Dune's job on the boat?
I think it's interesting because we have two such strong ladies here on the crew. So I think a lot of it is working on the ropes and the lines. I think in my head, she might be captain of the sails or something to that effect. So anytime that you need someone climbing up and pulling on ropes and releasing different sails and whatnot, that is Sir Dune out there.
Great. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good does Sir Dune think she is at her job?
Oh, she thinks she's a solid 9.5. Never a 10 because... there's always room for improvement, but she is very confident in herself.
Incredible. And then, Julia, who do you want to throw this one to?
Oh, we got to throw it to Danielle and Sleeves because we're very much of the same cut, the same cloth.
Great.
Hey.
Sleeves. So the second half of this question is, Sleeves, answer the same question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good is Sir Dune at messing with the sails and ropes?
I would say that Sleeves is not great at the math of sailing. When it comes to you do the sails this way, Sleeves is a grunt. So Sleeves isn't going to be if you point the mast this way, and Sleeves can't drive. Sleeves isn't there for driving. Sleeves is there for entertainment purposes and to knock dudes out. That is her purpose. If you need someone to help you raise the sail or raise the mast, she can do that. If you need to ask her why the sails need to be where they are, she don't know. Just put her where you need her. Just like be like, hey, you're a grunt. Like do the thing. And she'll be like, okay, tight. Want to hear this story about how I choked out my brother? Or you know what I mean? Like, I adopted brother. Like that'll be like that's Sleeves' ability.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So the answer is I don't know. Seems good.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. She don't know boats. She's just on one and she's really excited to be here.
Yeah.
I'll write that down. I don't know. Seems good at her job for sure. All right. Yeah. Danielle, please roll 1d10 for me.
I rolled a 2.
I also just want to qualify. That's how good Serendunia thinks she does. She's like solidly a 5.
Oh,
She's so distracted, so lazy. Will do the thing probably pretty well when asked to do it. Will not take the initiative to actually do the thing.
Nice. This is so good. I like how this is shaping up to be like working at a startup and you don't like your boss. This is really funny.
My favorite thing is it's gonna just be that Dani is the brains of the operation, and then these two idiots are just like, and we pull some sales. It's great.
Feels that way.
Sleeves. There is someone back home who you think about all the time. Who is it?
Oh, Sleeves is very distraught that Sleeves was not able to bring on one of her adopted sisters, just someone that she met during her travels. She calls her little sister, even though this woman is 40.
Fuck yeah.
But Sleeves is very protective over her,
Mhm.
but she wanted to pursue a life in education and, as Sleeves would call, like, I don't know, man, like smart stuff. And so she went to go to pursue a life of knowledge while Sleeves wanted to pursue a life of adventure. So Sleeves often writes her just to check in on her, and it's really hard. So it winds up being bottles put into the sea. There is probably a mail delivery service that Sleeves can use, but she just puts it into a bottle and sends it off.
But somehow 20% still gets there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, there's the mermaid post office.
Of
I
course.
think
Of
so,
course.
you know,
Water.
like somebody help this poor
The seaweeds are passing it along.
Yeah.
this
yeah.
poor buff child.
All right, Dani, here's the second half of the question. How often does Sleeves talk about her little sister? And what do you know? What do you know from what Sleeves says?
I think Sleeves talks about her little sister too much, but I don't think that. I think that's just because Dani has such a mysterious backstory that they only ever allude to obliquely. So if anybody who's like, "Yeah, I've got family," Dani is just like, "Why would you say that?
Why would you reveal that information about you?
Yeah, why would you talk about it?"
Quick question, just to double check. Are Dani's pronouns she, her, or they, them?
They them.
They them.
Perfect.
Got
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, I was saying Sleeves. She talks about her family too much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did. That was the thing I forgot to say. Yes.
Well, this is my fault because I did name my character Dani, and we also have a Danielle on the call, which is a pretty cursed choice on my part. In fact, I think Dani. I don't know if you guys have earned Dani's first name privilege yet. So
Wow.
Oh,
They probably-
What would we call Dani if we haven't learned?
Mixed de lion.
I think they insist on De Leon.
De Leon.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
With an honorific in front, or
Nah, barked. Best barked across the ship. Hey, De Leon.
I look. Danielle Radford is a person who grew up military. I got no problems calling people by their last names.
There you go. Yeah, so De Leon speaks so little about their past and their family, except for in dramatic monologues in a single beam of light in an otherwise dark room. So they think that Sleeves talks about their little sister a lot.
While looking at a button of the comedians. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Also, in my head, it's gotten in my head, I'm probably just going to refer to Sleeves only as Sleeves. Like, I'm like, am I going to use pronouns for Sleeves? Probably not. I'm probably just going to say Sleeves.
It's fun to say Sleeves.
And that is also completely appropriate.
Sleeves, baby. It's just sleeves.
All right, Jenna, give me a D10 roll. Let's do this last one.
6.
6. Okay. Dani De Leon has a hidden talent which they keep to themselves. What is it?
Oh, they know so many like weird bar tricks And if you give them a lighter, they can do all sorts of like spitting flame and or trapping gas in their hands and then doing like a little fireball. And it's extremely unnecessary because magic exists, and so you can't just do magic. But they know all the mundane bar ways to do it.
Can De Leon tie a cherry stem with their tongue?
Yes. But is that weird? Is it weird for a plant to do that with another plant's part?
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they can.
Hell yeah. Okay, wonderful. Sir Dune, when did you see De Leon show this to you, and how embarrassing / impressive was it?
I think it was like years into our partnership of being a crew, and we finally got them drunk enough at a bar that they broke out like even the smallest one, and Dune is just like, why have we not gotten them drunker before? This is amazing. Give them more beer.
Yeah, I think De Leon maintains a low level of inebriation pretty consistently because they're retired, but very rarely tips over the party hump, as I call it.
Party hump.
Yeah.
It took a lot.
It took a lot of dry martinis in a really specific kind of bar where they're just like pounding it.
You know what they say? 3's not enough. 4's too many.
That's not what they say.
Yes.
That's not what they say.
I love it.
That's what De Leon says.
Yeah.
That's what they. Oh,
Yeah. 3's not enough, but 4's simply too many.
Yeah. I also like the idea of calling the boat the party hump. I don't think that's the official name, but y'all definitely refer to that. I like that.
the party hump.
I had a truly insane idea about our boat last night as I was like falling asleep, and I'm like, we're not going to use this, but I needed to say it out loud, which was the idea that we actually have 2 boats that we've like smushed together,
Oh, sure.
and we call it the Rock and the Hard Place.
Yeah.
I do love that, actually, because imagine how much cheaper it would be to get a salvaged boat that was only half a boat.
Yeah.
That also explains the fact that you have like 2 captains, and now you have like 2 CEOs, and it's just so annoying to get anything done, which explains why the 3 of you are so blasé about pirating.
I love
Yeah.
this.
It's pretty dope.
We're here for the vibes, Eric.
It's just for
I like that because we haven't talked about captains at all. So I kind of absolutely love that. Like, yeah, we have 2 captains. It's not working. They have not done any merger training or try to like bring people on. Yeah, it's really annoying. So I really, really do like the Rock and the Hard Place.
Great.
I like it, but it's certainly up to you 3. Wonderful. Thank you so much. This is so great. Hey, do you wanna get one-shotting? You wanna hear what y'all are doing?
Let's play some games.
Let's game.
Let's do some games.
These dice.
Incredible. De Leon, this isn't the first time that you've woken up stranded on the beach, water filling up your shoes, sun blasting you in the eyes, between the eyes, around the eyes. But it certainly is the first time that you have since you've retired. And also, ordinarily, it's an alarm clock waking you up instead of a sun gull that is perched right on your face, pecking you in the forehead. Oh, that's the blast between the eyes.
They bat away at it. Ugh. Get out of here. Oh, boy. My mouth tastes like you look.
As you shake yourself awake and you are stranded on the beach of an island with 2 of your coworkers next to you, all 3 of you rouse. You see that there was a terrible, terrible storm last night. As you were holding on for dear life, everything was chaos swirling around you. But now the sun has come out and you've washed up on the side of this beach.
Do we see the Rock and the Hard Place anywhere nearby?
Is it back into being 2 halves?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Part of the thing about there being 2 boats attached to each other, not good at storms. Not good at storms.
Yeah, pretty fatal weakness.
Yeah, so as all of you rouse yourself, no, you don't see your boats anywhere. The first thing, though, that catches your eye is that this island has such interesting color sand. It's textured, it's soft, it's not gritty. What color is it? Is it terracotta? No, it's probably more orangey and pink than that. Oh, this Why is this island salmon colored?
Oh.
That's weird.
Okay.
Does Sleeves see the bird attacking De Leon?
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
So Sleeves is gonna fight that bird.
No. Try talking it down.
No, try to seduce the bird.
Yeah, sure. Make an attack roll. If you want to, you could seduce it, but you can attack. As your weapon on your character sheet is just hands, so you could definitely just swipe at the thing.
Yeah, because I got these hands, Eric.
They're attached to the sleeves.
Exactly. Well, so Sleeves goes up to the bird that is attacking De Leon and squats down and is like, "Hey, bird, what is your major malfunction? Why are you hitting my friend? Also, hi, my name's Sleeves. Nice to meet you."
Do you speak Sungull?
I do not speak Sungull.
No.
But Sleeves is V-dumb, so Sleeves just goes like, and like flaps, like pretending to flap her wings while trying to do it in a way that's like, "Hey, we can be buds. Please stop attacking my friend."
And the sun goal like cocks its head at you, and then it flies away, kind of over this hump. You see that the beach is kind of like right on the sea, but then there's like a big dune that you got to scramble up to kind of get to the majority of the island. And the sun goal, while furiously squawking at you, flies over this dune.
Can I just say, this sand, extremely comfortable, very soft. Might just stay here for like a couple more hours. I don't know how you guys are feeling about like starting the day right now, but like I'm feeling like I could get an extra 30 minutes or so.
If my mouth didn't taste the way it did, I'd be right with you. But I need some kind of swill to wash this out.
Okay.
I kind of feel like we need what's the word I'm looking for? You know how when your throat hurts and you need to put water in it?
Thirsty. Yeah.
There it is. I feel like maybe we need some of that. But we need to take care of that.
Right. Okay. So, well, reminder, can't drink the seawater. Not a great idea. Yeah, let's...
As Sleeves has.
Sleeves we talked about this
water
already.
and just like kind of like casually like spits it out to the side like, nope, we can't do that. That's bad.
Sleeves, first rule of survival, can't drink seawater. It will make you go crazy and then you will die.
Let her try. It's the best way to learn.
We've let her try so many times and we keep having to pay the
She still
healers.
hasn't learned.
I know.
It's so wet. It's just so wet.
No,
It is
come
so
on,
wet.
everybody up. Get out of the sink. Come on.
All right. Oh, big stretch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, boy.
All right, let's find some water.
Yeah.
And then probably also our boats.
One thing at a time. Water first
Water
and
first.
or beer. And then, yeah.
I mean, that Sungull probably knows where there's water. And he did seem to like Sleeves. And also you, De Leon, but in a different way.
Sun gulls never like me. They don't like the looks of me.
Fair enough. They're a very good judge of character.
Never gonna give them shade.
But you are shady, and that is what
I
we
am
love
shady.
about you.
That's right. Or I used to be. I'm retired now. I'm not shady anymore.
Retired from being shady. That makes sense.
Retired,
Yeah, that checks
now
out.
I'm sunny.
As we can tell by the single beam of light that always follows you around dramatically.
As the three of you scramble up this dune, it's steeper than you think it would be. It's like a 45-degree angle up the hill, and it still has this kind of like squishy give as you're stepping into it. It's firm, but also it's kind of relenting as you step into it. And as you scramble up, you can see why. Because as you turn around, you are 10 feet off of the ground up here on this dune, and you realize that you are standing on top of a very large, bulbous leg that is attached to the very large, bulbous stomach and body of... You know when Violet Beauregard eats the thing and turns into the blueberry in Willy Wonka?
The full meal
Eric.
gum. Yes, Eric, I know.
Well, it's just like this is a bunch of those stuck together. A bunch of these are stuck together. You were standing on a giant, like, berry green folk is huge. You are standing on like the big meaty thigh right now of a giant green folk that is just hanging out in the water, its stomach and knees protruding out of the water. You can also see that there are some trees growing out of it, especially like in the torso chest area. And also you say, hey, look over here. Hey, look over here. And because there is someone who is inside of the tree, one of the trees that you see.
Inside in what way?
Inside, like the tree has grown around this person.
Wow. Cool.
Do they need to be freed? Is that what it looks like?
They are certainly not having a super, super great time inside of the tree.
What's up? You look like you're not having a super great time inside that tree.
Yeah, true. Very true. Absolutely. Ahoy. Hello. Salutations. Just can everyone, like, I just need everyone, before we continue, everyone to stay calm and chill out, because we don't want the all salmon. The all salmon is going to might have a problem, so let's just stay low key, okay? Let's stay chill.
Okay. All right. I mean, in general, we are all pretty chill people. I would like to say, like, we're very chill green folk. It seems like
just with your steps as well. You don't want to seem like itchy or like seem strange or anything.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself that it feels rude to walk on someone. You know?
Yeah.
It just feels like I'm the downtrodden heel of the man, I don't like that.
Some people like when you step on them.
That's true. Sleeves, that is so true.
I had an ex-girlfriend,
Look, sister, we all been there. So Sleeves kind of takes a look around and wants to kind of find where the person she can talk to in this raspberry place is.
For sure,
the head of this giant raspberry green folk.
Bring me the head of the raspberry green folk.
Yeah, make a perception check, please. First roll. Everyone can make perception checks if you want to look around a little bit, because I would love to give you some more details about what's happening here.
Yeah, I would love to proceed.
Oh, no. Ooh. Okay. Wow, that's actually a better perception than I thought it would be. I
got a 22.
22. So, I mean, investigator is going to be gonna perceive.
Yeah, that's my whole bread and butter.
I get +0 to perception, so I rolled a 7.
Nice.
I get +1 to perception, and I rolled a 4.
Nice.
Okay. All right.
I rolled a 19, so
We're doing great.
Yeah.
Sleeves and Sir Dune, you are captivated by the green folk who is in this tree. So again, the way that it works, you are on top of a giant berry. It's actually a salmon berry. The salmon berry does look like a raspberry. It's one of those things where it's like conical and has the little berry parts that are all kind of tied together in that little shape.
Drupals.
Yeah, drupals. Thank you. I knew someone would know that.
That's a cool word.
Yeah. So it's like the body is kind of like the main, like looks like one big berry. A salmon berry is usually is salmon color. So it's like this big berry, and then they have like big berry feet and big berry legs and big berry arms and big berry head. Almost like when you look at a baby that has like the big rolls. I think it's like very chunky like that.
I just want to eat it. Yeah.
Chunk.
Are we like currently on like the knee or like the tummy or like where are we at?
Where is the tree? And is the tree embedded into this berry?
Correct. Yeah. So you kind of scrambled up the thigh and you walked over to the tummy, which is where the majority of these trees are, including the one that this green folk is inside of, who's a moonflower. She is closed right now, more closed right now, because moonflowers only come out at night. So you only see a little bit of her face, but flower is white and kind of like in 5 petals that almost look like a pinwheel. But you only really see her face because the majority of her body is inside of this tree. You can't see her hands or her legs, and her whole torso is in there.
So is she covered by like branches or where it's
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like she's like inside. The best thing I can say is she is inside of the tree. The tree has grown around her in there. Yeah.
Eric has been playing God of War, so if you remember what was like Mimir's whole situation before they chop his head off, that's what I'm picturing at least.
Yes, it is. All right.
Okay, cool.
De Leon.
Yeah.
Here's some other stuff. As you look around, you see that there are a lot of shipwrecks around. Especially there's a bunch maybe near the hands of the giant all salmon. You don't see your ship necessarily, but you also see that there are a bunch of storm clouds that are off kind of like farther away, which is probably where you came from. You also see there's kind of like a biome going on here on the all salmon, as you see that there's like other stuff growing like up near the head and like down near the feet. And like this is like some proper island stuff has been growing around. You see that there's like some fishing nets that's out there as well.
De Leon looks around at all the wrecked ships and says, I know a dame like this once, metaphorically, though. Walk softly, everyone. We don't know how this moonflower got trapped in this tree. We don't want to become trapped ourselves.
So, like, can I ask, how did you get stuck in this tree?
Good
Is that
question.
rude?
No,
I never know if
probably
that's rude or not.
No, it's the fair thing to ask. I should introduce myself. Hello, I am Ellis Esquiladotrix. Hello, as the first person who is a part of the All Salmon Island, is kind of I have to introduce myself and the whole thing that's happening
You like
here.
the mayor or?
Well, you know, how much can you be a mayor for the All Salmon, who is the one who gives out wishes and is going to eventually turn back the Cascade thing?
Hey, sorry, not to interrupt, Mix Mayor or whatever. This is the salmon?
This is the salmon, yes, the All Salmon, yes.
We found the salmon.
This is the salmon, yes, it is. You're right.
All right.
Yes.
Hey, good work, everyone.
Good
I
job.
can't believe we just, like, did it.
Yeah, it's
That's kind of
random.
wild, huh?
Yeah,
We
it's
just like
random.
woke up and it was like, oh, salmon.
Yeah.
I would like to roll insight.
Yeah.
I would like to roll insight on this person to determine if they think this is true or if this is true. Okay, I rolled a 13, and I have expertise and insight, which means I get double my ability check. 18
18.
for my insight check.
Ellis Island. I just got that.
It's part of it.
I'm so stupid. I just got that.
I
It's our
also just got it,
Sleeves and
so.
Danielle are on the same page. It's good. This is fine. This is good. But Ellis says, it sounds like you don't. I know it's strange to think that all of a sudden you found the salmon just from stumbling on it. But yeah, here, you can, if you wish for something small, then it won't count as your wish. So, like, what do you want? What's something you want?
Whoa, I don't believe that. DeLeon is super dubious of that.
No. It's part of the. Okay, can I grant?
No,
hey,
no, I got a wish.
All salmon. Can I grant them a small wish to show them that you are in fact the all salmon? And you hear a big. All right, this all salmon says it's fine. So what? Yeah, what can I do?
I wish you were free of that tree.
That one I can't. That one I can't do. That one
Well,
can't.
I don't know.
Could we have our boats back?
I don't know. Pretty
Well, you don't think I've tried to do this before? I've been here for years trying to free myself from this thing. I wish I could do it, but I can't.
I wish I was as big as the all salmon.
That's pretty sick. Sleeves, I love that.
Well,
Okay.
she literally said a small wish, and you literally just wish for her to be big. So.
That's just like making someone bigger.
In the scope of things that are big and small, I mean, if we have someone who is already like the all salmon who is big, that's not really like a big wish. It's like a
Okay,
medium.
yeah, let me try. I think that we can do that. Yeah, okay. Let me see if I can ask the all salmon if they'll grant that for you. Okay. All salmon, what's your name?
My name's Sleeves. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm so sorry you're in that tree.
Thank you, appreciate it. Sleeves. Okay, Sleeves wants to be as big as you. Let's see. Would you do that? Would you grant in your infinite salmon wisdom to turn them as large as you want? And the all salmon goes and kind of twiddles a few large fingers that's in the water, and you see this like swirling magic that comes off of their fingers and comes towards Sleeves, and then Sleeve, you start growing and growing, and you're getting farther and farther and farther away from the ground, and you're going taller and taller and taller, and Sleeves is now 20, 30, 40, 50 feet tall.
Huh. How's she gonna fit on the boat now?
Inconvenient.
I'm so cute.
Sir Dune, I think she is the boat now.
Well, I mean, man, then we gotta like feed her. That's gonna be a whole thing.
Yeah.
And sleeves, you then start coming back like in a very slow elevator.
Don't listen to them.
Slow elevator,
I
you're
wanna
coming
talk to
down.
I was gonna do a leg drop.
That would have been sick. Sleeves
You can do a
would've
leg
been
drop
sick.
while you're
Would've been cool.
shrinking. You just try to drop it as you get smaller and smaller and smaller.
Just one leg lifts up, the rest of me goes up, and I go pound down on the thigh. But at this point, probably just tickles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, oh. And then Ellis says, take cover. Everyone get down.
All right. DeLeon does. Somebody says take cover, you take cover.
The big hand that had the magic on it then comes down and goes and scratches kind of like the little itch from the leg drop that Sleeves did. And Sleeves, what's your AC?
Oh gosh, my AC's 15.
That's pretty good.
You're so lucky I rolled a 3. Jesus Christ.
Oh god, I am.
As the all salmon kind of like scratches the itch that was from the leg drop and just kind of goes right over you.
Oh, so like in between, I'm like huddling, and the fingers just happen to miss
With
me.
its big pudgy berry fingers just misses you.
Can I grab a big pudgy berry finger and like latch onto it?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, I want to grab one of the fingers and latch onto it and start walking towards the head so we can have a conversation.
All right, make a grapple check then, please.
Oh no!
Let's see. What's the strength of a giant you're on top of? Let's think.
Just remember, Sleeves can also use Dex.
Don't I know it?
Oh lord. Okay.
We're just like, off she goes. All right, well. We'll
I
find
guess
her.
we'll just walk.
We
Yeah.
never lost her for like more than 48 hours before, so.
I mean, yeah.
Hey everybody, it's Amanda. If this is your first episode of Join the Party, welcome. We are so glad you're here and enjoying this weekly actual play podcast with tangible worlds, genre-pushing storytelling, and collaborators who are genuine friends and make each other laugh. You are absolutely welcome at our table, whether you are a longtime player or someone who has never touched a role-playing game before. Whether this is your first episode of the show or you've been here for years, take a moment and share this episode with a friend. Pause the episode right now and text them the link from your podcast player or the link to jointhepartypod.com. We design these one-shots in part because it is a way for new folks to get into the world and the campaign without having to listen to a bunch of episodes already. And we rely on you to share the good word of Join the Party and help us bring new listeners onto our ship and into the mission and around the table and all kinds of other metaphors. So if you can think of somebody who would appreciate these hijinks, these jokes, the idea of pirates that are actually plant and bug people, we would super, super appreciate you. We also super appreciate our supporters on Patreon, and welcome especially to our newest patrons, Nikki Whimsical and Kelsey Kaloran. We can only make this show because of the support of our patrons on Patreon. For just $5 a month or more, you can know that you're making this show possible and join the best place on the internet, which is our patron-only Discord. You can join for an entire year at a pretty substantial discount, and there are all kinds of other things that you can get, like ad-free episodes and additional bi-weekly podcast that we make called Party Planning in both audio and video form, and so much more. Discover it now at patreon.com/jointhepartypod. Join the Party is a founding member of Multitude, a fabulous podcast collective that is always up to something new. And this week, we want to tell you about Tell Me About It, a game show about proving the things you like are actually interesting, hosted by Adal Rafai, who you may know from Hello from the Magic Tavern and Hey Riddle Riddle, and our own best and saltiest DM in podcasting, Eric Silver. Adal plays an eccentric billionaire who forces guests to come on the podcast and prove that their favorite thing is interesting and cool. And through a series of wild games and challenges put together by audio butler Eric, guests are scored based on the quality of their answers or whatever Adal is really feeling like at that moment. It's basically essentially podcasting Taskmaster, and it's incredibly good. They include some of your favorites in podcasting, like Brennan Lee Mulligan, who you may or may not heard of, Janet Varney, Jenna Stoeber herself, Jeffrey Craner, Matt Young, and more. Check out Tell Me About It at tmaipod.com or in your podcast app now. We are sponsored this week by Volante Designs. Guys, these are one of my favorite sponsors because they make incredible clothing that makes you feel like a badass. It makes you feel like a cosplayer, but just in your daily life. It would make me feel like I'm wearing actual armor out on the street because they're so good. They make high quality handmade jackets and all other kinds of clothes and accessories that bring that main character energy into your daily life. With official licenses from series like Assassin's Creed, Devil May Cry, and Star Trek, plus tons of original items like their cyberpunk and modern ninja items, they are seriously beautiful. They're ethically sourced and ethically manufactured, made for quality, and will last you years. They've also very kindly extended a 10% discount to join the party listeners. So if you go to volantedesign.us and use the code Join the Party, you'll get 10% off your whole order. That's VOLANTE design.us and use the code Join the Party for 10% off your entire order. Thank you to our partners at Volante, and they want me to remind you, stay badass. Finally, we are sponsored this week by Microdose. Microdose gummies deliver perfect entry-level doses of THC that help you feel just the right amount of good. I have really, really appreciated the way that Microdose gummies help me sleep easier. I don't know about you guys, but my brain is a tangle of things that I'm thinking about and need to do and wish I did and am worrying about when I lay down to go to sleep. And I really appreciate that Microdose gummies help me feel relaxed and calm and slip right into sleep. I use them like basically every day. So if you too want to try Microdose, you can get 30% off your first order plus free shipping today at microdose.com with the promo code Join the Party. It's available nationwide in the US. That's microdose.com, promo code Join the Party for 30% off and free shipping. One more time, microdose.com, promo code Join the Party. And now, let's get back to the show.
I have rolled.
Okay, what do you got?
I have an 8.
You rolled
good.
an 8. You rolled an 8.
I have rolled an
I'd
8.
say like only slightly below average.
Sure. Okay. I rolled a 4, but then I added 10, so you don't grab the. All salmon flicks you away as you try to grab onto the fingy.
Oh no!
She's not at risk of like flying off of the.
No, it's just it was
leg,
during
right?
the scratch. It's kind of just like just
So I take a bump.
Yeah,
like
you
I
take a
fly off, and then I roll, and then I do like a little tumble, and then like kind of come back on my feet because I just took a bump.
Yep.
Yep.
You're okay. You're okay, buddy. Come
Listen.
on. Get back up. Get back up.
You can definitely it's fine. You can definitely. If you want to do this trial and error, you can do that, or I can tell you what you need to know.
I do love being told what to do, so like.
I know it looks ridiculous, but I am translating its yawns, and it's starting to understand our common green folk language, and I think it's kind of getting what I'm saying, so I can talk to it, and I want to get you your wishes and get you on your way.
Mm-hmm. Alice, I'm going to level with you. This is, at best, a some salmon. This is no way this is the all salmon.
I don't think this is like the salmon. I love that you feel very confident about it. Also, have you tried speaking Craggish French to it? Because maybe it speaks Craggish French.
I don't know that one. I don't know it. I think it's a particular dialect for only people who live in the in a very large mega forest with megafauna. So
this is a giant mega berry, so like maybe it came from that forest.
Please, do you know Craggish French?
S'il vous plaît. Avec toi.
You try? Yeah, you want to try?
Sleeves is gonna go ahead and give some good old bardic inspiration on this one. Which basically just means that Sleeves becomes a hype man. Like, don't ask us if we know French. We know French. Don't tell Sir Dune what Sir Dune knows. Don't let him talk to you like that.
I will not. I will say, Eric, can I roll to speak Craggish French to the salmon?
Yeah, if you know it, you just give me a charisma check for sure, and you can add your inspiration if you want to.
Great. Okay, so I rolled a 12.
Okay.
And then I rolled a +6 from my bardic inspiration.
Wow.
So it's an 18.
18.
Nice.
I speak French to the salmon.
Can I get a little more of it? Can I get a little more of it?
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Salmon grant us some wishes. S'il vous plaît. Au revoir. Etc. Was that good?
That last bit was Latin, but the rest of it sounded
shit.
good.
All right, cool.
That's great.
That's an overstock language, I think.
The all salmon does not respond. The all salmon
okay.
just starts to lightly snore a little bit into
Same.
the water as well.
Big same.
That actually lends to the theory that Ellis is in some way communicating to this thing.
That makes sense.
It's like I that was a good one. It could have been Megafauna that escaped the Le Mans, but that's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, I don't look it, but I'm pretty smart.
I can only imagine anyone who watches up here had intent to go do something and then was thrown in a different way to not do that thing, and I'll just figure it out as we're here.
Is that what happened to you? How did you get here? What's
well,
going on?
yeah, my ship.
Why are you in a tree?
Yeah, I was my ship wrecked. It was in a storm, and I came up here, and it seems like there was all this stuff going on, and then a tree grew around me, and now I'm stuck.
Like quickly? Like it sprang up around you real quickly, or were you like napping for like a really long time?
No shade if you're napping. For
I was,
No
yes,
shade. We're all nappers. This is a boat of
the
nappers.
big napping crew.
I fell
tired
asleep
now.
on top of the big all salmon tummy, which I didn't know was the all salmon at the time. I just was sleepy, and I guess the all salmon wanted me to stay, so it grew. The tree grew around me, and now I'm here.
All right, no naps, team,
Wait, does the all salmon like you?
or hate you.
Oh, good question.
Yeah, like is the all salmon like mad that like you like showed up on their tummy, or are they like,
Question.
you're my little pet now, you're my little kitty cat?
Oh,
It's probably the second one. I didn't thought of it
You were
like
their
that.
little kitty
You think
cat,
it
right.
wants me to be here? I think it was quite lonely. I mean, all of us, we've been looking for it, but I guess it's been as much as it can be looking for other people as well. That's why I guess that's why I want. I hadn't thought about that before. Sleeves, that's very astute. That's very astute, Sleeves. It's really given me a perspective on this entire existence I have of being grown onto a god. Being grown onto a godly figure that I hadn't considered before.
I just like you're the only one that like can understand it, and it seems like it's really protective of you. And when you ask the salmon to be like, hey, like make this chick like 50 feet tall, it'll do it for like 2 seconds, but not in a way that would like keep it from, being like, not in a way that would make it so that like I could get in and grab you. I think maybe like dude's just super like lonely or whatever.
Yeah. No.
Do we live here now? Is that what's happening to us?
no.
You are retired?
I retired to be on a boat, not an
Not
island.
on a salmon island, right?
Well, I have to
Island.
ask, has anyone else said that they found the all salmon before?
No.
No.
Everyone's kind of looking for it. Some people are looking more than others, I feel like.
Yeah, some of us are just vibing.
Some of us are just
Just
vibing
total
and we
vibes.
stumble across the salmon, apparently.
Yeah.
We're a very vibey boat.
I had asked everyone who had gotten wishes from the all salmon to say where it was so we could resolve this and someone could turn the cascade back on. But I guess that hasn't happened, and there's just a bunch of people with millions and billions of doubloons out there just living it up in their pirate life.
Have a lot of people come and made wishes with you.
Oh, I'd say only 5, but I've had
5
like
total.
23 have made it, and though the 23 minus 5, 18 of them got smashed by the all salmon.
Okay, yeah.
So you said only
that's okay.
5, and we are 5 people.
There's
5.
3. Sweetheart, 3.
Yeah,
3.
5.
3.
Wait,
2 less than what you're talking
3.
about.
There are 3. There are
Yeah.
3 of us.
There are. Correct. You did sleeves. Second try. That's pretty good.
Yeah, you're doing great. Our
you.
lessons are really panning out.
So
you.
listen. I think I can figure this. I think I can help you out here if you'll heed my help. honestly, it's all about keeping the all salmon happy. So there's some stuff you can do maybe to keep it, to ingratiate, as Sleeve said, ingratiate yourself with the all salmon so that you don't get smashed, and then you get your wish, and then you'll be on your way.
I'm gonna level with you, DeLeon. I've been in a lot of relationships like this before. You can try as much as you want to keep them happy, but it'll never last for long.
It sounds kind of like toxic.
It's very toxic.
Yeah, super toxic.
So toxic.
DeLeon is gonna try experimentally to pull on one of the things that are actually trapping Ellis to see if they
the
can.
branches.
Yeah, but they're not very strong, so let's just give it a roll.
Sure.
Oh, I rolled a 17. These additional dice are being very generous.
Everyone's getting generous dice today.
What are you adding?
I have no bonus to strength. Oh. No, nothing. It's
Zero.
just a 17.
17. Yeah, you can grip one of the a piece of bark on the tree or a big branch, and you could snap it off, and then it just kind of regrows.
No.
I appreciate it. Everyone tries. Everyone tries. I really do appreciate it.
Can you tell the salmon that I will do we will put on a match for them so that they can be entertained by watching.
I don't know. Sir Andunia is I'm down with that. Yeah, that sounds fun. We love to wrestle on this boat.
You could keep them entertained.
Or if it's oh no, I got it. Can you ask them to make me 50 feet tall again, and I promise I won't punch them?
You know what? Since there's three of you, only one of you, and if I could just give my counsel, only one of you has to turn the cascade back on. Other you can do wishes for your own self.
Has anyone wished to turn the cascade back on?
No, I think you would.
Because it's not back on.
Then I would say no. Then I would say no. So that's why I'm kind of telling people they should do it. I want to encourage good behavior for this.
So, very quickly, it seemed like you had tasks for us, which sound like magic chores.
Well, I mean, the all salmon does like shiny things, and I know that there's a treasure chest in one of those shipwrecks out there. If you want to go grab that, and you can put him on one of his pudgy fingers and stuff. There's also down at the feet. There's just these incredible heirloom tomatoes that I know that the all salmon really likes to eat. They are feet tomatoes, yeah.
Kind of feet stuff.
But if you could go get those, you will throw them in his mouth, and he'll really like that. And then there's up near the head. There's a bunch of one of the other pirates that were here kind of set up some apple crab traps, and you could definitely pull them up before the sun gulls get to them. I think that would be, then you can throw those in with the tomatoes, and they'll really enjoy that.
So you want us to cook them a meal and then also give them a pretty ring?
Yeah, you don't have to cook them. Just put them here, bring them here to the tum, and I think that it'll be a whole ceremony, and we can take care of that.
And then maybe a pedicure?
You could do that too, yeah, if you're down near the toes, for sure.
Maybe we should start with that, make it a real self-care day for the salmon.
Ew, it's a self-care day.
Oh, it's when you take care of yourself during the day.
Oh, self and then care.
When Sleeves takes care of Sleeves, that's self-care.
This is by definition not a self-care because we are doing the care.
That's true.
This is an us care.
I could roll onto the feet, and then that's a massage.
Massage, yeah.
Yeah, just everyone just be super, like I said, everyone just be super careful, because again, the all salmon is very ticklish. So shut up. Everyone shut up. Everyone shut up. It's a fun thing to call a big god in the water. What do you want me to say?
You're right. You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
No shame here.
The all salmon is just like super ticklish. So like again, just be really careful.
So
as
maybe
you're walking
don't touch
around.
his little toesies. Gotcha.
Yeah, be
Gotcha.
really.
All right.
Oh, but also, like, I go in real deep. Like, I do a bunch of leg drops. I come off that rope. I hit that calf. That calf muscle relaxes. Let's do it.
Sleeves, if a giant hand raking across its skin of narrowly missing you is not enough to teach you what's happening, I can only
It's
give my
not.
counsel as much as I can. You do you, please. You do
She's
you.
dra-
Sleeves.
she's drank so much salt water you don't understand. Like
Sleeves
she still,
does
she had
sleeves.
some before.
And then Sleeves literally coughs up a kelp.
Sleeves. We talked about this.
Yeah. Incredible. All right, yeah, so you have these 3, magical errands, Julia, that you have
Great.
to do. Yeah, you can do them in any order. If there's one you feel like doing.
Gotta start with the feet. Gotta start with the feet.
You want to start with feet?
Really? Okay. Yeah. No, let's do it.
Yeah.
It's a feat of feet. Let's get the feet over with.
You can head back towards the beach where you started, and then you can kind of climb up a different way, and you can make your way down one of the legs. And yes, as you look down, all the way down, as its big little berry feet, there are some trellises that are set up with vines of heirloom tomatoes, like real weird, chunky boys. Kind of like some of them as large as your heads growing on these trellises. Now, you still need to make your way over there, and you need to be careful because, once again, all salmon is ticklish. You can kind of start around the knee and walk and work your way down.
Before we do that, DeLeon is going to cast a spell that they have on themselves called Transient Bulwark.
Ooh.
It has an 8-hour duration, and they cast it on themselves. And basically, the next attack made against you has a -10 penalty to hit. So just doing something preemptive here about the giant.
Good choice.
Smart.
And they'll say, "Be careful around the knees. We don't know if this all salmon is boy crazy."
Stupid.
I'm so glad at least some of you know.
Yep.
It's like a game we used to play as children where you would do this over somebody's knees, and if they were ticklish, you said, "You're boy crazy."
Oh my god. That's so silly. Oh my god.
I lived in Indianapolis for a second. I know what you're picking up.
You make your own fun.
Yep. You really
Incredible.
do gotta.
All right, folks. Yeah, so if you want to go down there, I just need some stealth checks to see as you're walking down. But if you feel like if you're just walking down to the toes, then you can do that. But if you have a different way, let me know. Let me know what you're thinking.
Sure don't, bud. Sure don't.
Yeah. The inner thigh is so often ticklish on so many people, but but I don't have a better method.
All right, then give me some stealth checks as you really carefully walk down to the toes.
Are there other branches around? Are there other kind of like trees or other things that can be swung off of or bounced?
Sure. Yeah, give me a perception check.
Let Sleeves have a rope. I rolled a 15, 16 minus 1. So.
15. Wonderful.
I have a +1 in perception because Sleeves is stupid. So a 5.
5. Unfortunately, no. It every so often it kind of like kicks its little big feet, and like there's a real tide around this area. Like there's a lot of moving water, so nothing is growing down near the feet,
Okay.
except for on the literal the toe veggies that you're going for.
Oh, Eric is nasty.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, veggies.
You missed it. You missed a good pun by not making it corn. But
Julia,
fine.
I chose.
I'm thankful.
I really chose to make sure to do not one of the weird things that should be in toes. I chose that
Eric,
intentionally.
I appreciate the veil
Yeah.
of separation that
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
provided us. I got a 14 on stealth.
14?
for DeLeon.
Yeah, and Sleeves. Can I get a stealth check for you?
Stealth is not gonna be much better.
Your dex is so high. I think you might be able to do it.
I have a 9.
A 9. All right. Sleeves, you're leading the charge as the one who's most excited about running or bounding down there. And like when you feel like there's a fly in your foot, you just kind of like reflexively kick it. And Sleeves is just thrown into the air, like 30 feet into the air.
I'm gonna grab her.
You're gonna stand there and grab her?
No. I'm gonna use Phantom Grapnel.
Ooh, what's that?
Magic.
You conjure a chain and hook made of magical force, which you can propel at a creature or unoccupied space you can see within range.
Hell yeah.
When you target a creature of large size or smaller, you can pull the target up to 10 feet towards you.
Grappler
Nice.
on the grappler.
Nice.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, what does this look like?
I think just instinctively, a lot of Serendunia's spells just look like a kind of like weird magical gauntlet appearing on her hand and then the spell casting out of that. So in this case, it almost unwraps like a chain and then shoots towards Sleeves and then grabs her, pulls her back towards them.
I love that. Okay. I love that this is just a cantrip. That's tight as hell. And you just do it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
just
I
do
just
it.
do it. I just do it.
You just absolutely do it.
If it's like resisting, they have to make a strength saving throw, but
No, you just do that. Here's what happened. Sleeves goes, I'm a go, kicked up into the air with massive force, then you just like, and just pull him back.
like, I got her.
That's awesome.
Incredible,
I
yeah.
have to imagine you use that spell on Sleeves a lot.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like a leash on a child in a mall.
It's very instinctive, I
You just
think.
do like the recall function where it just like pulls.
Yeah, it's like a retractable dog leash. You're absolutely correct.
And because this is a cantrip, you just do it constantly.
Yeah. No limit.
It's habitual. at
The
this
limit
point.
does not exist.
Yeah, this is more of a reflex than anything. Just zoop.
Incredible. Yeah, Sleeves, you're fine. No damage. You're good.
Great.
Awesome. Good teamwork.
That's all right, buddy. Sometimes we just we get excited and we make a giant salmon berry throw us in the air. It's all good. Things happen.
That was really fun. Do it again.
Maybe later, kiddo.
Maybe later.
Hell
maybe
yeah,
later.
yeah. You make your way down to the toes. The trellises are kind of encircling the toes. It's like some of the vines are around it. And again, these tomatoes are huge. They are yellow. They're yellow and orange and green and brown and red, but they are massive.
Nice.
For that one, I will use my dex where I can climb up the trellises and then just launch myself on a tomato and use my weight to pull the tomato down.
I love that. That's great.
Tell me about the weird heirloom tomato you grabbed. What does it look like?
It is much more rigid than you would usually think. This is definitely one of those ones that you get at a Trader Joe's when you're like, I'm going to be really impressive and make my crush a tomato sandwich. This is the heirloom tomato you use for that. So it's got obviously the red and the yellow tinting, and then down kind of where the humps in the tomato are, because it's a lot more pronounced than a regular grocery store tomato. You see the yellow where it bleeds into the green. If you were to cut this tomato open on the inside, it would burst with a rainbow of color, yellows, greens, reds. The seeds are
That's my dream.
abundant, but the seeds are also tinged yellow and green, but we haven't done that yet. But it is definitely more bumpy and textured than you would usually expect, and you would definitely impress anyone at your dinner party.
Hell yeah.
Here's a fun fact about being a DM. You could just make people talk about tomatoes. It's super great. I love it. Tomatoes are truly my favorite thing. So I'm doing this. This is self-indulgent for me. I'm loving this. This is great.
Oh yeah, burst of flavor. If we were to open it, but hopefully it's not a person. So.
No. Actually, that's a good point. Can everyone make an investigation check to see if you poked
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
to see if you poked the tomato that has a face on it? Just really quickly.
14.
Oh, sorry,
14.
sorry. That's so bad.
Ooh. I rolled a 2, so even though my investigation is good, I don't think it's going to surmount it.
I rolled a 2. I rolled like shit. I'm so sorry, y'all. I rolled
That's
a 2,
all
and
right.
my investigation is 0.
No. That's okay. You're just looking at the tomato and describing it. DeLeon, you do see a tomato that has your face on it, which is really
My face?
Which has your face. Though you're like, getting old.
It's a wrinkly tomato. Damn.
Yeah. Sir Dune, you can just pluck one that has no face on it. You're fine.
I love it. It's it's green, but also very, very deep red.
I like that.
Love that.
Yes. Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, bang. One errand done. Congratulations. You got tomatoes and you can put them back. And you, this was a JRPG. You just kind of black screen. Now you're back. You're back at the stomach with
Love
Alice
that.
and you can put the tomatoes down.
Eric, can I roll an Arcana check to see if these are magic tomatoes?
Sure.
If I ate one,
I
would
love
something
that.
good happen to me?
Smart.
Love that.
Well, I got a now one, so don't worry about it. It's fine.
Sir Dune, these tomatoes are actually the things that grant wishes. and the all salmon is not actually powerful. It's actually, this has been a smokescreen, and the tomatoes are the things that will grant you a wish, but only if it has a face on it.
Sir Dune goes group huddle real quick. Crew huddle.
Yeah.
Salmon doesn't grant wishes. It's these tomatoes.
I rolled a 22 on my Arcana.
No, these are just tomatoes. They're very good tomatoes.
Well, and you're the only one who had a tomato with a face, right?
Yeah.
Wait, does that mean we have to kill that tomato?
No. No. Both of you. No.
Are you sure?
These tomatoes are not magic, and we don't have to kill them. So that's good news for both of you.
They're not.
Right?
They're not magic tomatoes. Ellis says.
We're crew huddling right now, Ellis, and I would just.
I'm just trying to provide counsel. I'm just trying to be helpful. Sorry. I'm sorry. I think you did it close enough that I thought I was involved, but I
tried to turn away from you. I apologize. I turned our backs to you.
Yeah.
And I should have been more clear with my messaging.
Yeah. So that's fine. I mean, it's fine. Listen to DeLeon. DeLeon's very smart. Just listen to what DeLeon's saying. That's true.
I'm also very smart.
Well,
I'm sure you are in the things that you know.
the dice say otherwise.
I am also very smart.
And Sleeves is the smartest among us.
Everyone, the three of you all have individual ways that you're smart. I'm not excluding any of you by saying you're not smart. Sleeves has physical smartness. DeLeon is specifically smart.
I'm a physical smart.
DeLeon is specifically smart in this one situation that they're correct, and I don't know you, Sir Dune, well enough to understand what you're smart at.
Do we want to go get this giant a magic ring now? Do we want to go do pirate things and
Are we proposing?
plunder?
Yeah, let's get that chest.
All right.
Which of you knows how to swim? I forget.
I also can grapple. Like we just saw, I can grapple over to where the boat is at. I think
see. Grapple hook, not grapple.
Yeah, all of you can win. So the thing about green folk is that green folk can swim in salt water unless cursed otherwise. It's not great. They don't love it, but it is particularly calm next to the all salmon because of the tide is kind of chilled out because it's such a large being in the sea. Julia, talk about sea tides for 15 minutes. We'll insert that here. We'll do it in post. But yeah,
I'll do a pickup.
Yeah, you just do a pickup of that. But yeah, you can actually swim, so it's not as bad as being in the full Great Salt Sea because it's almost like it's in the shallows.
Is this an athletics check?
Yeah, no, you can just do it. It's fine.
We just do it?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Unless you want to go a different way, if you want to just swim, you can swim. But if you want to do something else, let me know.
Sleeves is going to swim as DeLeon has done, but Sleeves is going to put her hair up first because Sleeves is still a black flower and doesn't want to get her hair wet. My characters will always be black and fat, baby.
That's fine. All my NPCs are Jewish. So I'm with you. Every single one. Even in the fantasy worlds, they're Jewish. So they still are. Y'all can swim over. So yeah, Ellis is directing you over to one particular shipwreck. It's kind of just like the back of the ship is kind of like coming out of the water. It's half submerged. There's a big door that is kind of half coming out of the water, and as you swim over to it, you see that there's a big padlock on it.
How big?
Very large.
Is it big enough that I can stick my hand in the Oh, it's a padlock, not a lock. Okay.
Oh, sorry, it's not giant size because we are dealing with the giant. It is ostentatiously large to say, "Do not come in here. There's stuff in here. Go away."
And yet I'm reading it differently. What I'm reading is, look at this giant padlock. Isn't it protecting something giant and cool?
Yeah.
Don't you want in here?
That's what they always say, like the bigger the lock, the bigger the treasure.
So I just want to fist it. I want to put my fist right in it and just turn it.
Yeah. So is it or is it not big enough that we can put digits or hands in the lock section?
Give me one second. Yeah, it is so big, they made it so ostentatious that you can, in fact, stick a hand inside of the padlock. You're right.
Okay.
Sick.
Fist
I love
that lock. Fist that lock. Fist that
I mean,
lock.
it does seem like DeLeon would have the most experience with lock picking.
Yeah, my cheating and stealing is mainly focused on cards. So
Yeah, my cheating and stealing is mainly focused on performance. So
Okay. I did not take any sleight of hand, but I can just give it a roll.
Yeah,
Sure, go
stick
for
your
it.
hand in.
I will lend bardic inspiration.
fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. What does that look like?
It's just us yelling fist bump.
That lock. Fist that lock. But it is like Sleeves goes up to DeLeon and is like, you've seen this before in your day. Like, you've done a bunch of these. And you're so retired. We don't want to do this anymore. You just want to get through this and, like, get on with it and get on with the rest of our, like, ship-like day. So
Yeah. Tired and retired. That is me.
tired and retired. So let's go ahead and retire this lock.
Okay.
Lovely.
That was so convincing. I did only roll a 10. Is it 1d6 or 1d8 we get? Okay, that's right. Well, I got a 7 on the
Whoa.
Bardic Inspiration. That was actually pretty clutch.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
And then with my dexterity, that is 19.
Hell yes. Yeah, you are able to, you fiddle around with the little pins and whatever is inside of it. I don't know, insert like a 10-minute YouTube video on how to pick locks. I don't know.
I'll do it.
You see them go up to like their armpit into this, trying to like
They're in there deep.
fuss with it.
Yeah.
Real deep.
I love it. It's like you can see the inside of the lock and you see like you pushing a pin up and one down and turning
Yes.
it around.
Yeah, it's one of those POVs where it's dark and it looks out at my face as I'm peering into it.
Yeah.
Yes, and like zooms into like the lock and you watch all the different pieces move.
Yeah, and you push the pins out of the way and kink, the lock falls off.
Hey.
Hell yeah,
Hey,
dude.
we did it.
I didn't even think of that. Didn't even think you could shove your whole hand in there. That's actually very impressive.
not?
That's my fault for describing it like that.
Look, De Leon has been around and knows how to do a million things.
Classic failure, the giant lock.
Incredible. Inside, you see that this is like their treasure room of this ship. There is a lot of like really, really wet, very, very wet scrolls and books and stuff. There's like decaying doubloons inside. The salt water is starting to wear away all of these gold coins. And there is a treasure chest. This one is just like sitting over there.
Suspiciously, I'm going to cast a first level spell called Clue.
Ooh.
Yes. So this is an investigator spell. It has a duration of 10 minutes. All footprints and fingerprints within a 45 radius of a point you touch become highlighted and glow faintly for the duration. So I'm casting this to see where people have touched and walked and to see if there's any evidence of where people have done or moved things or touched, as if a trap, fiddling with a trap, that sort of thing.
Smart. Good move.
Jenna, what does De Leon's magic look like in this way? And like, what does the clue look like? Because it's like, is this like Edith Finch, where it's like all black and white, or is this like Robert Downey Jr.'s Sherlock Holmes, where it's like everything's in like slow motion as he's doing it? Yeah, what does this look like?
Or like CSI.
Yeah, it's like CSI. Yeah.
Or like when you scan the environment in Batman.
Julia, I was thinking of Batman.
Yeah.
But so the components for this spell, hilariously, are a pipe and a magnifying glass.
course.
Oh my
So-
god. Valdas.
So I think they strike like a match on their armor and light a really weirdly long pipe, like Lord of the Rings style. And they pull out a magnifying glass and they kind of peek around. And I think as the smoke from the pipe kind of diffuses in the area, it kind of lingers on areas where there are fingerprints or footprints.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
I love that.
That's awesome.
Genius.
It's so cool when they do that, huh? Like, they just like, all of a sudden they're smoking and then you see some fingies. That's crazy.
See some piggies. Yeah, I think that you see like there are a lot of like footprints and handprints that are all over the treasure chest, especially over in the back left corner. And as you take out your magnifying glass and you look at it, you see that there's a little hole that's been bored into the side of the treasure chest, and you almost like feel a humming, like an electric energy humming that's coming from just like being quiet and being next to the treasure chest.
Yeah, De Leon will be like, "Do you hear that?
No. What's up?
It's trapped."
Cool. Dope. I love a trap.
I do think Sleeves hears it and like is trying to harmonize with it very badly.
The electric hum. Yep, it's trapped. Just like how you'd expect. We could try to disarm it. It's not really like my forte. Or we could try to set it off.
You think I should just like Stab it
I don't think you should stab it.
with some magic
I think you should use magic.
to stab it? Yeah, that sounds good. I like that. I'm into that.
Stab it. Stab
Stab
it.
it. Stab it.
Before we engage with this trap, I want to ask a question. So we're in a shipwreck. Yeah. Are we in water?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so it's going to electrocute us if you activate it while we're all in the water?
Yeah.
So...
Interesting. Bold move.
Yeah, it's again on a diagonal. It's up, going from left down to right up the slide of the ship. The chest is kind of perched up at the top of it, and all of you are standing in the water, yes.
Okay.
All right, so is there a place in the room that we can stand where we will not be in the water?
You can try to get up there, yeah. You can. It's if you go up and you try to get up out of the water, you can.
I can get there.
If we would also like to be closer, I have another spell called Conjure Cover that just makes 5 foot by 3 foot high segments of a wall that we could hypothetically stand on.
Ooh.
I love that. That's also very fun.
I kind of want to use my kinetic intelligence to suspend myself above the water by... I mean, if you've seen a lot of like martial arts movies,
that's what I was
movies,
thinking. Yeah,
yeah, where people are in a small room and they're using like their hands and their feet and like scooching up a wall.
Yeah.
And so then using that and then using my dexterity to bend down while still having my arms and my legs keeping myself up in order to open the chest.
For sure.
Yeah.
That cover thing that DeLeon said also sounds tight.
Yeah.
Are we going to do that stuff? Because I love this.
Let's do a combination of both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So yeah, what do you want your cover to look like? Is it like rooftops because that's where you brood?
I think it almost looks like it is pushing up like the wood of the boat.
It's tight.
So that there's just like these like weird humps of wood. It's as though the textures in a video game were being stretched to make room for these things.
I love that.
Bagger egg.
Oh, and that would be the part that like as it gets smaller that I would go through or the sleeves would go through and like be able to again do that like 4-point hand here.
Love it.
And then leg here, then there. Whereas it was this huge cavern, now it's like a smaller space in order to open up the chest so that no one gets super electrocuted.
Yay!
Yeah, give me a dexterity check, Sleeves, as the rooftops come up. Y'all can scramble on top of the rooftops while Sleeves does this wild martial arts thing.
Yeah, I'll use my phantom grapnel and just pull myself up that way.
Yeah, no problem, dog.
Yes, well, that was a 3, but with my dexterity, it's a 9. It's something.
It's a 9.
Yeah.
I know.
I can always just grapnel you if I'm worried you're going to fall. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 20 to scramble up. I took a feat that would give me bonuses when I rolled a lot of low-level stuff, and I've just been rolling so well, it's been useless.
I love that, though.
Yeah, as y'all scramble up and Sleeves does this incredible Tony Jaa back bend to try to open it up.
Wait, hold on. Can I use as a spell my feather fall in case this doesn't work?
You can fall really slowly directly into the chest, which opens up and electrocutes you for 15 points of lightning damage.
May I grapnel her before while she's falling really
This
slowly?
is all, these are consequences, Julia. These are consequences.
Okay, I've got 33.
I love that you fell really slowly, but you did land like right in the chest. And the electricity, there's just like an electric battery inside that just electrocutes you. But it is just only Sleeves gets electrocuted, not the other two, because y'all got out of the water. And then that goes clang, 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 and a giant ring, big enough to fit around a giant pudgy finger.
Is the lightning still in effect?
No. Sleeves falling into it has knocked it fully away.
That's very fair.
Twitching.
I would like to cast Detect Magic on this ring to see if it's a magic ring.
Sure thing.
Meanwhile, Sir Dune is like, "You okay, buddy? You want to get back up? You doing all right?"
And I just do the thing that wrestlers do when they're injured in the ring to let everyone know they're okay, where I just throw them the thumbs up. Just to be like, I'm okay.
Sorry, Danielle. Dune squeezes Sleeves' hand and goes, "You okay?"
Oh my God. Yeah. Thank you. Yes.
Good. Wrestlers.
Thank you,
Good.
Julia.
Good.
I got you.
Incredible.
Don't worry.
Detect Magic. This ring has some low-level magic on it. It would enhance someone's innate magical abilities. So I think that mechanically it would give you +1 or +2 to like the spells you do or your particular thing. So it's low level, but it does something. It enhances your magical vibes.
All right.
Is it like headband size? Is it like belt size?
Yeah, how big are we talking here?
You know, you could probably put this on as a headband or as a belt if you were a regular size green folk, for sure.
Yeah.
It seems large enough for a big giant baby finger, but it's also probably big enough for the other stuff.
All right, cool.
DeLeon, that would look pretty dope on you. I'm not gonna lie. I think it
I'm
would
just
look
gonna.
pretty nice.
I'll just carry it until we give it over to the all salmon.
You are the most fashionable old person that I know. I just want to say that.
Thank you.
Also, I mean, we didn't like give you a retirement watch, so maybe wearing the ring would be like your version of a retirement watch.
That's also not our job because
I
we
didn't
didn't
meet
like
you.
employ you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's another thing about the ring is that it's kind of sticky.
Ugh.
It's a little sticky. It's like there's honey or some sort of like sap on the inside of it.
Huh.
Can I lick it?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm glad
Good.
one of us did first.
Thank God.
Yeah, you look it.
What does it taste like?
Tastes like sap.
Tastes like sap?
Sap.
Not like berry juice, like sap.
A sap. Yes.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Correct.
Like tree sap?
Yeah.
Like the kind of tree that Ellis is in?
I don't know.
Do you want me to roll something to find out?
Maybe see if you can convince me otherwise to tell you more.
Coquettish.
I've tasted a lot of sap in my days, Eric, and I feel like I could probably, as a very smart person, identify whether or not...
nature arcana. Yeah, probably nature, straight up.
Licked a lot of belts in my day.
I just go around licking belts. I don't know.
I get a +3 to nature. Here we go. How's a dirty 20, Eric? 17 plus 3.
That is tree sap. That's certainly tree sap.
Is it the same type of tree sap as the tree that...
We're gonna have to lick that tree.
I mean, I think you'd have to examine the tree, but
All right,
it is tree.
fine.
It is certainly tree sap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hell yeah! All right.
Suspicious.
Wipe back, and you are now back on the stomach with Ellis holding you.
Wipe back, and Sir Dude already has her tongue on the tree, being like, "Let me just get a lick. Let me just get a quick lick of this bad
You're
boy."
licking it. Why
It's a Crags thing. Don't worry about it. Lick, lick, lick.
Okay. Yeah, make a nature check. Make another one.
Great. 22.
22. This tree does not taste like anything.
Oh.
Arcana check. Is this tree fucking real?
Okay. Yeah, do it.
14.
14.
An 8 plus 6.
Is this tree real?
Is it an illusion?
Why are you taking so long to answer?
Yeah, this is suspicious.
For a moment, it doesn't taste like anything. And then the flavor kind of rushes to your tongue. Tastes different. This is like the sap, more mapley. This tree, kind of more piney. More of a piney situation.
Suspicious.
I'm gonna cast a spell that I think is gonna make you so angry, Eric.
Yeah, dude. Whatever.
Do it. Make him mad.
It's called Identify.
Okay.
I'm going to touch the tree. You choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic-imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Sure.
Baby. Brah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
As DeLeon is coming towards the tree, Ellis says, "Oh, we need to be more careful because now it's coming." And now another giant hand is coming down to kind of swipe at the three of you who are surrounding the tree. What's everyone's AC?
12.
15?
13.
I need a concentration check from DeLeon.
Ooh, Eric, I can't help but remind you that I have transient bulwark up, which gets a -10 penalty to hit me.
Absolutely.
I think she's good. I think she might be good.
I think Jenna might be really good at this.
Cool. I need both Sleeves and Sir Dune to take 11 points of damage, please.
Oh
fine.
no,
I'm okay with
sleeves.
that.
But DeLeon does not,
Sleeves.
as the bulwark blocks. What does your bulwark look like? What does it look like?
Yeah, it's a great question. What is a bulwark?
Or like, what are you using to block an attack?
DeLeon's bulwark looks like a golden crest of flowers, much like their hair looked like before they had gotten old. And so it's this beautiful, like, open spread of yellow flowers, and it is not visible until the moment they are going to be hit, and then you can suddenly see this flare up of this golden.
What they looked like in their prime.
Yeah,
I love
It's
that.
amazing.
I love that. The giant hand comes down, smashes Sir Dune and Sleeves, but the magical Pappas blocks the giant's hand, and you are able to cast Identify. This is a fake tree. This is an illusion.
Oh,
It's not real. It's not real.
Damn. Time to cut down that tree then, I think.
yeah.
Ella says, I think that everyone, if we need to, like, again, keep it calm, keep it chill. I think that you've done too. If you go over and get those go to those apple crab traps, then we'll be able to really give the Allfather what they want and be able to just kind of take care of this.
DeLeon is gonna withdraw a knife
Good idea. Solid choice.
and hold it up to Ellis's throat and say, Ellis, this tree isn't real. Are you?
Of course. What do you mean? Of course it's real. Of course it's real. What do you mean the tree's not real? Why would I be here if the tree wasn't real?
No, it's a
I
really
don't know.
good question.
You have like a weird thing going on, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what your kinks are, you know?
Well, I guess to answer your original question, no. And the tree disappears. You look down, and the salmon color that's been all over the berry giant, it is now dark purple because this is a giant blackberry instead. And then surrounding all three of you are now 10 moonflowers, 10 Ellises, who then go bing, 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 surrounding each of you. It's like all 10 of them speak at the same time. Well, you figured out that the tree wasn't real. Well, then which one of us are?
I did not
Love
mean
it.
to catapult us into combat, but here we
No,
are.
I love it.
Okay.
Each of them are like slowly walking backwards, making a bigger and bigger circle. What do you do?
Well, I respect the retired person amongst us.
That's right.
So I'm going to give Julia some dice, and then I'm going to go full grappler. The first thing I'm going to do is I am going to go to, there's 6 of them in a row. Gonna go drop kick the first one, use that drop kick, go down, roll and propel myself into an enziguri into the second one. After I'm done with the enziguri into the second one, grab the third one by the arm, throw them in a way that would be an Irish whip if there was a ring, but there isn't. So instead, I take them and I throw them into the 6th one who would have been in the way
Sure.
of the first one and use them as a weapon to propel in an Irish whip style to the 6th, the 5th, and the 3rd.
That sounds good. Yeah,
think that
give me an
sounds
attack
right.
roll. Let me just give me an attack roll.
Come on, 16 plus
nice.
6, so that is 22.
Yeah. Why don't you roll 3d10 and tell me which ones you roll?
Tight. Oh, so I rolled a 3,
Uh-huh.
I rolled a 7,
Uh-huh.
and I rolled an 8.
Incredible. Yeah, Sleeves, you do all that stuff, you throw all those bodies around, and 3 of the Ellises pop in just like in a burst of magic.
Beautiful.
Incredible.
I love that so much.
Lovely. Yeah, now there's only 7 Ellises that are trying to back away from all of you.
Is there several that are like within, I'd say like 20 feet of each other?
Yeah, I'd say they're getting farther away, so 2 of them for sure.
Well, I'd like to move so that I could get as many in like a 20-foot diameter as possible.
Yeah, what's your spellcasting modifier?
My spellcasting modifier is intelligence.
Yeah, give me an intelligence roll.
Great. 16 plus 6. For
Yeah, you can get 3 of them. Yeah, let's get 3.
Excellent. So I'm going to use Lightning Surge, which
Tight.
technically usually is a range of self with a 5-foot radius. However, because of one of my War Mage tricks, which is the extended range, that range actually doubles. And so I am going to emit a dazzling array of short lightning bolts in all directions. All other creatures within 5 feet of you must make a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 damage, which is actually 2d6 because I'm 5th level, and it also moves up to 3d6 because of my War Mage edge. And
That
I'm
sounds
going to add my intelligence modifier to one of the rolls.
Hell yeah, dude. That sounds
Incredible. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that. What do I have to do? Anything?
Die. Perish, Eric.
You need dexterity saves on the 3.
2 of them fail, 1 of them save.
Excellent.
Yeah, don't do damage. Just roll 2d10 and tell me what you do.
Okay, great. Boop. 10. 6.
Hell yeah. The two that failed, they both pop. Now there's 5 Ellises trying to get as far away, now like more fast walking away from you and be like, this seems to be going away I wasn't anticipating, almost turning it, kind of like getting ready to run.
Okay.
DeLeon, what do you want to do?
Yeah, so De Leon wants to use their brains.
Hell yeah. As they should.
Oh yeah.
Can I roll like investigation or perception or arcana to try to see if I can visually identify which of these is real?
Yeah, give me an investigation check. The illusionist wizard is also going to try to work as hard as possible to make that hard for you.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
That's fair. You fall into my trap though, because one of my expertise is in investigation.
Oh, well, that's what happens when people start licking your trees.
Word.
So I rolled a 15, and I get 3 for my proficiency bonus, and then I get doubled the ability check because it's my expertise. So that
Investigators are good.
My intelligence has a +2 bonus, so that's +4 plus the 3 to 15. So that's
22.
22. Yeah.
Yeah.
good,
Okay,
pretty
22.
good.
Wonderful. Yeah, why don't you roll D10 3 times for me?
Okay.
This is great. I'm loving this.
Yeah. This is
God, it's so good.
okay. I rolled an 8, a 6, and a 9.
Okay. You have eliminated 3 of them using your Batman vision. You're like, that's fake, that's fake, that's fake. There are 2 left.
For flavor, can Sir Dune have used another cantrip that I have called finger guns to shoot the
Sure.
ones that De Leon points
Pew,
out?
pew, pew. Yeah, the other 3
Oh,
are
thank
the
you. I
other
love
down.
that.
So there's 2 that are still speaking at the same time. It's like, there's no way to tell us apart. I've been tricking people for years. This isn't the real salmon. No one knows what the real salmon is. This is just a giant I found one time. And I'll be rich if I can just get away from this. And I will. And I'm going to use Phantom Steed as Ellis kind of throws their leg over the air. Both of the Ellises throw their legs over the air. 2 ponies appear, covered in violets. As both of them be like, all right, ooh, I'm sorry, I'm getting so into the pony, I dropped a die. As they throw their leg over the horse and facing backwards and go, yeah, we're getting out of here. As both of them, they go in opposite directions. One goes to the right, one goes to the left. As they start to run down the giant and start to step on the water, which these ponies, these Phantom Steeds, they can run on the sea.
That's very cool. That's very cool.
I'm going to roll now to decide which one is the real Ellis.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know if anyone else has distance stuff. I'm going to shoot one. Does anyone else want to shoot the other?
Well, I was going to do a Hurricane Rana on one of the horses.
Fuck yeah.
A Hurricane Rana is a move. You would more than likely know it. It looks like at least Eric and Julia know what I'm talking about.
Oh my God.
Where it's very much a move that you would see that like Black Widow does a lot, where you climb up on someone and throw your legs kind of around their torso.
Yeah.
But since it's a horse, you climb up on them and then you throw your legs around the horse. And then Sleeves would be like, hey, like, how's it going? Is everything okay? Like, why are you fighting?
Why are you being so weird?
Stop being
In my head,
weird.
Sleeves climbed up one of the trees that are on the giant's belly and has jumped off of that as the top rope to really get your distance.
Yes. Springboarded
yeah.
off of the top rope, did a tope suicida, and then landed doing a Hurricane Rana on one of the horses, and is now asking one of the horses, like, dude, like, are you okay? Like, do we need to talk?
Wait, is Sleeves asking the horse or the Ellis?
Both.
Both. Okay. So, Danielle, which Ellis are you going for? The one on the left or the one on the right?
I'm going for the one on the left.
Okay, you're going for the one on the left, and Sir Dune, you're going for the one on the right. What are you doing?
I'm going to shoot the one on the right.
With a how? How? Tell me about it.
Finger guns, baby!
What does that look like? I know we did it for fun before. What does this look like?
This is a real spell. Thank you, Valdas. You extend your forefinger and thumb, a dangerous gesture mimicking a gun. For the duration, you can use your action to make a ranged spell attack against one creature you can see within 60 feet. By the way, that doubles because of my extended,
Really
dealing
good.
1d8 force damage on a hit. However, that gets moved up to 2d8 force damage because I'm 5th level, 3d8 because of my War Mage. And you know what? If I think this is the correct Ellis, I might even do my Arcane Surge, which means I double the amount of damage dice, despite not critting.
Okay.
This is a cool class. War Mage is a cool
It's
class.
fucking cool.
All right, both of you, Sleeves going to the one on the left and Sir Dune going for one on the right, please give me dexterity attack rolls
You got
to
it.
see how you are doing against the AC of the real Ellis on horseback.
Now, because I'm casting a spell, I do get to add my proficiency and
Of
use
course.
intelligence instead.
Of course you
Okay, cool.
This is also a grapple roll, so I've got 16 plus my dex.
I think it was 6. It was 16 plus 6.
Yeah, it was
22.
6 and then, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
22.
so 22 for you and
14 plus 6 plus 3, which is a 23 for me.
okay. Sleeves, you jump from the tree with your hurricana and you grapple your legs around the horse and then you hear poof as you fall into the water. Leveling your finger gun, Sir Dune, as you fire on the only real Ellis, the only Ellis that could possibly exist. I'm going to use a reaction, which, as you're about to fire, you see that Ellis moves 2 inches to the right, and I'm going to pose disadvantage on this attack.
Okay, that's fine. I'll roll again.
So roll again, please.
So that was a nat 1. However, I
Okay.
have a War Mage trick called Gamble, which means,
Okay.
one, I always have the cantrip cheat active, and I also can reroll 1 attack, 1 ability check, or 1 saving throw per rest.
Okay.
Incredible.
You're going to let's re-roll this one more time. All right, this is for all the marbles, baby.
So with disadvantage, we're going to take that 14 from earlier because I rolled a 16.
16. Ellis moves 2 inches to the left, riding on the spectral violet pony as you fire. What kind of magic are you firing?
It's like gold. I almost picture it like fucking Doctor Strange, gold, sparky kind of magic.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ellis is on a gallop on this horse, riding as fast as they can out into the sea, trying to outrace your golden magic coming from your finger guns. And then you hear whop as they fall over the horse. The horse disappears, and Ellis drops into the Great Salt Sea.
Nice. Well, did I kill them?
Yeah, dude. Yes, you did.
Dope. All right.
And just sinks into the water.
You know what the thing was? Like, I kind of thought that they weren't stuck because I'm like, who was taking care of those tomatoes, you know?
Yeah, and how are they being fed?
Yeah,
and, like,
there's a whole
what?
thing. Like, yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
seemed really cocky about having convinced us, but like, no.
No, we still need to find our boats.
Ooh,
I don't want to
we
be
have
stuck
a
on
way
this. Yeah. I
off
mean, there's a
here.
bunch of like other boats around here. We can make a new boat.
4 boats,
4 boats.
twice as strong.
3
as
rocks,
2
1
boats.
hard place.
As this conversation continues, it just fades. The episode just fades out. And all of you discussing how many boats you need to assemble to make one full boat. And that's it, folks. You did it.
We did it.